Hello everyone. The other day I received a Twitter violation notice about an image I had tweeted out. I was accused of hateful conduct. The image was a collage of an individual who I can only refer to as JY, and the image included some of JY's greatest quotes. I will explain more about JY in this video because the purpose of this video is to inform you about him. But in a nutshell, he is a man/woman whose hobbies include talking about the tampon strings of 10 to 12-year-old girls. He also enjoys complaining to corporations and complaining to the Human Rights Tribunal of British Columbia about female estheticians who don't want to wax his male genitalia. JY also goes by the moniker Trusted Nerd. JY has some sort of bogus internet consulting business where he buys fake followers, and then he reviews female sex toys, even though, again, he has male genitalia and he has confirmed this. So JY has both a male name and a female name, but on Twitter, if you use male pronouns for him, or you call him a man, you will get suspended for hateful conduct. Last month, I received the 12-hour suspension for tweeting something else about JY, so that means this time I have the 7-day suspension. But I suppose, because I've appealed it, how it works is my 7 days actually don't start until I remove the offending tweet, which I haven't done. But even though I haven't removed it, Twitter has taken it upon themselves to make that tweet disappear. So if you go on my timeline, you won't see that image that I posted. I will start off with a few of JY's greatest quotes, some of which were included in the image that I tweeted out that Twitter has scrubbed off of their website to protect him. And by the way, this image was originally made by someone named Esther for Sanity or Fighting for Sanity. So JY is part of a whole bunch of Facebook makeup groups for women. So I believe that's where all of his quotes are coming from, his correspondence with the various women in these Facebook makeup groups. Alright, so JY asks, is it weird to ask a 10 to 12-year-old girl for a pad or a tampon? Do girls openly insert/change their tampons when freely changing? Have you ever seen a tampon string hanging out of another girl's thing? If there's like 30 girls in the change room, how many of them would you say are out there changing freely with their vaginas and tits out? If she wants a tampon, though, should I give her one and instruct her on how to use it? If I notice a girl that's nude below and has a tampon string coming out when I'm changing and doing my stuff, is it weird to approach her to ask her for a tampon or pad? Just to bond with her a bit over period stuff. I really want to make friends in there. That's kind of a goal of mine. And in regards to tampon strings, lol, those strings aren't exactly short sometimes, lol, especially the OB ones. Can I ask you something really random? What are some things that girls do, like in the bathroom stall and in the change room, that I should be doing to make myself more a girl? I mean, like in the bathroom stall. Stuff like wipe pussy, change panty liner, dry up underwear, the gross stuff that us girls do, but I might not be aware of. And also, what about when it comes to being on your period? I'm really new to all of this, as I just transitioned in December. I really wish I could just say JY's full name and include some pictures of him. There's a really great picture of him in a woman's bathing suit out there. But I don't want to be permanently banned off of any platform. He's not worth it. But trust me, with the information I've already provided you with, it's really not hard to find out a little bit more about him. Another hobby of JY's is to go into female washrooms and take selfies, but he'll do it purposely so that in his picture, he'll get the lineup of women waiting for a bathroom stall to prove that he's in a female washroom. Never mind that this is a complete breach of etiquette and privacy to be taking pictures in a washroom where other people's faces are visible. So the reason I can't put any photos in this video is because what JY does is he will file a copyright violation of anyone that uses photos of him, and then that means the video will get removed. So I don't want this video to get removed. You might be wondering why I am very insistent about talking about JY. But it's because he is from the Surrey or Langley area of British Columbia, Canada, which is outside of Vancouver. So because I also reside in the greater Vancouver area, I feel a need to speak up about this individual and alert people to his behavior and all of the murky things going on around him in terms of the Twitter suspensions and such. The other huge element to the story, though, aside from JY's obsession with pubescent periods, is his other obsession, which is with filing human rights complaints against female estheticians who declined to provide him with genital waxing. So far, he has filed 16 such complaints in the province of British Columbia, and we don't know all the women he's targeted, but so far it seems to be working class women or single mothers who are providing the waxing services out of their homes. And this JY is bullying them into touching his male genitalia while insisting that he's a woman. So if they still refuse to serve him, he will file a human rights complaint against them. It's very revolting and backwards. But then there's another part of this story that I need to explain. This is where I bring in Morgane Auger. Morgane Auger is the vice president of the BC New Democratic Party, the NDP, who are currently leading the province. Morgane Auger is important because she holds a relatively influential position in the province of British Columbia, and she is defending JY. It also appears that Auger has coached JY on how to use the Human Rights Tribunal to his advantage. Auger is now trying to insist that JY may have XX chromosomes and may be intersex, but nevertheless, JY has already confirmed that he, in fact, has male genitalia. He confirmed this when he corresponded with the waxing service providers. And also, if he had female genitalia, he wouldn't need to ask so many questions about periods. So Morgane Auger's defense of him is null. And what's deplorable about Auger is how she says here that this is nobody's business. Actually, because JY is abusing the BC Human Rights Tribunal, this is our business. And for anyone who finds themselves to be advocates for women to be able to conduct their small businesses how they like, this is their business as well. Then, someone points out that JY could have gone somewhere else that provides waxing services for males, which is called a Manzilian as opposed to a Brazilian wax. So this is not an essential service to receive genital waxing, it's just a cosmetic thing, where JY has choices of where he could go. So then, Morgane Auger's argument becomes, female bodies can have balls. I attended the Megan Murphy talk at the Vancouver Public Library on January 10th. And at one point, and this is in the live stream posted on Megan Murphy's YouTube channel, Murphy talks about how JY testified in front of Langley City Council about how Murphy needs to be prosecuted for hate speech or whatever, and takes personal credit for getting Megan Murphy's Twitter account permanently suspended. Now, I'm very skeptical of this claim because JY is clearly a deluded individual, but that's besides the point. When Megan brought this up, how JY got her banned from Twitter, a group in the audience cheered for this. And I turn around and it was a group of people that Morgane Auger came with and was seated with. Unfortunately, I don't know if Morgane Auger herself was doing any cheering. I couldn't turn around quick enough. But all I know is that it was her crew. And by the way, if you watch the live stream, you'll hear this woman, during the question period, talk about how black women with bad hair don't have any black friends, and then she yells about how white people shouldn't adopt black children. So it was a hilarious moment, to be honest, because it was so irrelevant to everything that was going on. But that's who Morgane Auger was sitting with, as a fun fact. I'm going to also read you a passage from Morgane Auger's blog, in a post where she reviews the Megan Murphy event, which she refers to as equivalent to a Holocaust denial party, by the way. So this is Auger. Megan Murphy's speech was framed with a preamble offering her definition of terms for her talk. Murphy defined men as adult human biological males and women as adult human biological females. Murphy did not go into detail about what biological females are in her eyes, so it is hard to tell exactly what her metric was for biological females. So apparently Auger just has no idea what a biological female is. So the point I'm trying to make with bringing up Auger is that there is political power behind people like JY. I do encourage you to seek out the video of JY speaking in front of Langley City Council, where he is saying that Meghan Murphy needs to be prosecuted for hate speech or whatever. Because if you listen to JY speak, it does sound as if he's a little bit slow. And I just hope that this won't be used to excuse any of his behavior, because that is such a common thing in Canada. I mean, the guy a little over 10 years ago on the Greyhound bus who cut someone's head off and ate it was found not criminally responsible because he was having a schizophrenic episode, and now he lives alone in an apartment, and he plans on enrolling in post-secondary education and establishing a career. How lovely. So for the video of JY speaking in front of Langley City Council, you may or may not be able to watch it in a video that I've linked in the description by a fellow YouTuber. Anyways, I hope you will all remain vigilant about this JY fellow. It is important to spread the word so that parents and girls in the Vancouver area and Langley area are aware of JY. It is really beyond me why Twitter is trying so hard to suppress all information related to JY, because this is about public awareness. It is also very unsettling that someone with political influence in this province has been coaching JY and is defending him, even though she is aware of his tampon string comments. The public needs to know when our human rights tribunal system is being abused, and they need to know when someone in their community is pretending to be a woman so that they can enter female washrooms. So thanks for watching, and I hope I'll be back on Twitter in a little over 7 days. Bye.